So welcome. The purpose of this video, as of today, December 28, 2022 at 4 p.m., is to record and document what it takes to create a digital product on Etsy based on an art by Paposo Art called Canyonlands Yellow. I named it. The art ID is 22207. That's the art ID. And we're going to try to give you an idea of what it takes. That's today's video. So the process of the creation is once you have the art piece, is you get the original art, then you enhance and size the art to the right location, the right place, the right size, and you use a combination of AI tools and eyeballing some of them to see, as well as once you're finished with the art, then what happens for the enhancements, once you're finished with the enhancements and the sizing of the art, then you basically create a file called master2.jpg. So there will be a whole bunch of, in the directory where the art resides, there will be a whole bunch of files, temporary files and things like that. But the one that you're going to start with, the final one, is master2. And in this case, will be 22207 master2. Once you have that, then you can begin the process with the next step, which is basically create the digital package. And to create the digital package, I used a template that I created after many trials and tribulations. And it contains a digital package of digital delivery files, in which the digital delivery files are the files in the ratios that you want to include in the digital delivery. You create the descriptions, you decide what types that you're going to be creating and those kinds of things. And then you create the zip file, which contains, again, the files in the ratios that you want to contain. And that zip file you upload to the delivery location where you're going to give the customers that buy this that short link. And that short link should be unique for that piece of art. And it is, in my case, I'm using a Dropbox along with a short link created from paposoart.com website. And you'll see that as well. Then you create the delivery file. Why create a delivery file for Etsy in this way? Because some of the files, some of the size of the file, the zip file is 150 megabytes, and Etsy doesn't take any more than 20 megabyte is the maximum for Etsy to create those components. So that is what I am doing. That's what I decided. That's my process. Once I created the digital package, then it's time to create the Etsy listing. And the most difficult part for me is to decide what mockup files are going to be included. And I have decided to include about 4 mockup files per listing. As long I started doing a video, but I don't know if the video is a good idea. I received some feedback that it's not. And the mockup files are hard for me because every single one requires a little bit of thinking, artistic direction, and look and feel and those kinds of things. So this may change over time. The look and the store will change. We'll adapt to that and those kinds of things. And then basically it's flowing the description, the tags, and other information into the Etsy listing, which I use. I don't start a fresh new listing every time. I basically start the last, copy the last one. And then I save it as a draft. I view it. I verify that the link, delivery link, short link works. And that is the way. So that's it. I'm going to show you the process from beginning to end in the next. The process took me about an hour and 15 minutes to complete. I hope to get it down to about a half an hour.
1, 2, 3,
But
4,
again,
5,
the
6,
most
7, 8, 9, 10.
time is in the creation of the mockups. The original art is maybe 15, 20 minutes,
1, 2, 3, 4,
plus
5, 6,
enhance it
7,
and
8, 9,
size it.
10.
The digital art package delivery, maybe another 10, 15 minutes. Creating the zip file is a couple of minutes.
2, 3,
Creating the
4,
short
5,
link,
6, 7, 8,
short
9,
link
10.
is a couple of minutes, maybe 5, 6 minutes. But the bulk of it is the mockup files and deciding what to put in there, how to put it in there.
1,
And
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
so that's about it. An hour and 15 minutes is, now take a look at it. Cheers. This is a recording in order to show the process of how I create an Etsy listing from beginning to end. The prerequisite is to start with an art piece. Here we go. I store all the art pieces in folders. Each individual folder contains the original art piece for this purpose. So from what you can see, if you take the original piece and open it, and then expand it or zoom in, the graphic is not very good. It's very blurred. So the idea is to have a better graphic at the end with more resolution. To do this, I go into a program called Let's Enhance It.io, which is a tool that you can upload a low resolution image and expand it or enhance it up to 2 times per run. Each credit gives you the ability to enhance it twice the size. And what I do is I enhance it twice, and then the other function that this tool does is upscales it, which means increases the size up to 4 times that. So I enhance it once, I download the file, I go ahead and upload that file again onto the system. And then I start the process again. This will take a little bit because it's a bigger image. I'll let it run for a second. First image was enhanced from 1080 to 2172, and the second image is now in the 4000 pixels. So I'm going to download it. And the second download, then, if you can see it, it is much sharper image than the original, just at 100%. But if you zoom in, it really, truly is amazing how well it enhanced it. Look at the strokes of it. Definitely better. Now that I have the image in a larger size, I'm going to add the signature file from my father. And I add a new layer, and then I place the signature in somewhere in the image, somewhere that it will remain regardless of how we cut it in the end, based on the ratio. And this is completely and totally subjective. Once I'm going to save it next as a layered file, with a different name called signed. I am going to save it as a JPEG, which will remove all the layers. And then I'm going to take that JPEG file and upload it into Let's Enhance It. To process it, and this time I'm going to enhance it custom 4 times. It'll create a much larger size with very loss of resolution of the enhanced piece. Now, this is going to take a while, probably about 6 to 8 minutes, depending on the server time, maybe a little less if we're lucky.
I could have. I could have. I could have.
Again, it's taking quite a bit of time. It's probably about 6 minutes in now. Oh, it just came back. Okay, cool. And the size is, I can't read that far, but it's 12 or 15, 14,000 by 14,000. That is the grade size. I'm gonna download it now. So now I have all the pieces that I need. I have this large file that will be my master file moving forward, and it is about 32 megabytes. I'm going to move those 5 files into my art directory 22207. Let's find it first. I have lots of files. There you go. I am going to paste those files. I am going to take that last file that I had in there, and I am going to rename it. Oh, I'm sorry, not rename it. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to copy it as, no. Before I do that, I need to rename these files. I'm just checking here the size and the quality of them. Good. It's all good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename those files to 22207. I'm going to use my tool called Advanced Renamer. It's a great tool to rename files. In bulk. It's a great tool it's a free tool, Advanced Renamer. It's a donation, which I have done, but takes any file name, and there's multiple types of renaming schemes. I always like to keep my original file intact. Oops, I rename accidentally the file, the JPEG file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rename it. As I mentioned, I like to keep my original file in there. Good. And the other thing that I like to do is I like to put IG original on my original files. So I'm going to do another rename of all of those files. But before I do, I'm going to copy that last file and I'm going to call it master2. That is my large source file moving forward. Again, taking these files using Advanced Renamer, and I'm going to rename all of those, let's say, original Instagram files to IG original. Cool. What else is next? Okay, I have all my files now in the way that I want. My IG master is going to be my master file for moving forward. Okay, now that I have my master file, my next step is to go ahead and create the delivery package. And in order to create the delivery package, I have a template that I use. I like to copy out of my templates directory that I created. It took me quite a long time to create this template. It's simply a directory in which I have certain files that I use for my delivery of the file. And before I do that, I do rename the file to file folder to ready, and I have a naming convention for that. So now I change the digital package. I give it the name 22207, which is the name of the art, and then I start working on the digital delivery, which is a set of files that I have that contain the different ratios I am going to be delivering this piece of art in. And I have to define what ratios fit this piece of art, or what ratios fit this piece of art. Sometimes not all digital digital packages offer or suit themselves to the different digital pieces. So what we're going to do next is take a look at the delivery package, and every single one of these ratios need to be filled. We're going to open one by one. we're going to start with open with 1 by 1, which is 24 by 24 ratio. I'm sorry, 1 by 1 ratio, which is 24 by 24 equals to 7200 by 7200. We're going to flow it, copy the original. Oh, that's too small. I need to get the original one in the art folder. Open with, and yes, I am using paint.net for this. Okay, I'm going to move it there, and I'm going to close the other one. Now I'm going to copy that original one. It's taking a little while because it's a large one, 14,000 by 14,000 or 15,000, and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to keep the canvas size because I want to keep it to the size of the canvas. And I'm going to reduce it. Now, reducing does not affect the quality of the graphic. This is something I've learned a couple times. And there you are. Now I'm going to move it a little bit until I am satisfied with the composition. Again, very subjective. And I am going to save it. Not quite there yet. Save it. Yay. Okay. Now that it's been saved at 100% quality. Okay, we go to the next ratio in the delivery, and that is, you can see, that is the, I'm going to open the next ratio. I believe it's the 2 by 3. Yep. Now, this is interesting because this is the first time I'm going to be doing a vertical composition. It doesn't fit the 2 by 3 horizontal, horizontal composition. No, this is a vertical composition, so I am going to have to do a horizontal composition. So I'm going to flip the canvas sideways and see how it looks. Where is the flip? No, that's flip vertical. I want to look for flip 90 degrees. There you go. And I'm going to place this like this. I think it looks much better horizontal. I think we're going to have a nice composition in horizontal. I just have to find a right position for it. That includes the signature. That's important. There is the signature coming up. I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit because it's too close to the top. A little bit here. And I think moving it down a little bit. Okay, again, completely subjective. Gonna try it again. Didn't like that first round.
So we're going to do we want a little bit more yellow sky on the top. What I may need to do on this one, particularly because it's so constricted, I may need to redo the signature and place it in a location. I like the composition like this, so let's just add the signature again. Yep, let's just add the signature somewhere in here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I like this composition like this. Again, we can do all kinds of things. Okay, the signature, and what we're gonna do is copy, merge the entire signature. We're gonna add a layer, and we're gonna add the layer, and then we're gonna impose the layer somewhere. The signature, as I mentioned, the signature has to be somewhere in here. Cool. We're going to save it as a signature file. With a different name. And then we are going to save it as a flat JPEG file after that. This time it's a JPEG on the delivery. And it was a 2x3. Making sure it is. Yep. And we're going to call it horizontal. I need to make a point that this is a horizontal. Flatten at 100%. Good, that's excellent. Hopefully we don't have to do that to all of them, but hey, who knows. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's delete the previous one, the vertical. Let's go to the next one. Open with Paint. So first thing we need to do is make it, flip it 90 degrees. We're going to copy and paste the original one and make the best out of it. Nope, we don't have to do anything with the signature. That's good. Save as JPEG horizontal. I'll fix these names afterwards. Cool. %. Save. Okay, let's go to the next one. Delete the vertical file. Let's go to 4x5. 4x5. Oh, that is too small. I need to take the original one. The larger image. copy and paste that into the 4x5. Takes a little bit longer to do. We shall see. Keep the size and then reduce the image to fit the canvas. Here we're going to take a lot of the yellow here. So this is going to be a little bit different. Hopefully the signature will be, we will be able to do the signature without losing too much of the blue, the yellow sky. Oh, that's nice. Okay, again, completely subjective. And we are going to save it. Yay! Oh, I forgot to put horizontal there. Let me just go and fix that. Deleting some of the extra files. This should be horizontal. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is 5x7 now. Flip the canvas. Let's copy and paste. Keep the canvas size the same. And by the way, the reason that we provide, this is the standard delivery for all Etsy shops. They provide multiple canvas size per composition. Now, some compositions do not have multiple sizes. You can offer a 4x5 only, or you can offer a, this, we're going to rename this horizontal, 1x1 only, or something like that. So it's not a, but I've seen a lot of the sellers offering multiple compositions. Sorry, ratios, multiple ratios. This one is 8.5 by 11. Should fit nicely here. No major issues. Nice. A little bit adjustment. Save as horizontal and save. I think we have 2 more to go. The 11 by 14 is next. Open, flip, paste the original one, the large one, make it fit. Okay, let's inspect it. Looks good. Save it. Horizontal. Very cool. Okay, one more. And this is the ISO, which is A1 through A4, the European standard for printing. Same process, flip. take the large one. Takes a while to copy and paste. And we paste it. It's taking a little bit to respond. Okay, here we go. Oh, I pasted into the wrong one. Darn it. I also just noticed something interesting. I think I may have a watermark. Let's see. Yep. I think I have a watermark. Let me just double check something here. I don't think I'm working on the right canvas. Yep. So I need to close that canvas. I want to save that canvas. Okay, now I'm in the right canvas, the A4, expand. Let's see if the watermark here is present. Looks astonishing, isn't it? My father's work is great. I love it. Adjusting. Very cool. Almost there. Save it as horizontal. And here we go. Okay, we have all of our digital files, all of our digital delivery files now. Let's make sure we have them all. No, this one, I see a watermark there. Interesting. And in the one and this one too. That is no. I need to fix that. In my original it is, but is it in any of the other ones? I need to fix my original so it doesn't have the watermark. I can't believe the watermark. I left it there. Oh, that's because I was using the original. In the original one, I was using the free version instead of the upgraded professional account or the paid account with credits. That's why. Okay. Reminder to self, go on ahead and change the original. So let's fix the ones that we do not need. that in there. I believe it's only one. Cool. Okay, save it. And let's check the other ones. Close, close, close. All of them are done. Cool. A little bit of cleanup. Next, delete that one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 files, which is exactly what I need. Let's fix the 8 files that are the ones that I'm going to. Let's fix the names a little bit for horizontal. So it's a clean delivery. And let's click on the description file. So the 8 by 8 is not in there. 1 by 1, 8 by 8. It's only the 24 by 24 that I'm offering. I need to do it on the description. And I am offering the vertical files. I'm going to send it to a compressed file. That is my delivery file. The delivery file is about 150 megabytes ultimately, 180. I've been doing those on average. So that is why I cannot place it as a single file. I need a delivery text file to send to the customer. I am going to fix up the description. I call it Canyonlands Yellow. And then add some tags to it. Again, this is for my own reference. I'm going to use this description file to copy and paste into the Etsy description when I am ready for doing that. So it is a process. I am now deleting the 8 by 8 file because it's only 8 files starting by 24 by 24. 1 by 1, 24 by 24, and finishing with the ISO. I need to redo, speaking of that delivery file because I forgot to delete the 8 by 8, so I'm going to have to redo that delivery file. Save. Okay, now I am going to delete the previous zip file and recompress it. All the steps we need, huh? Crazy. Yep. Okay, so this delivery file is what I am going to need to offer customers. And to do that, I need to place it somewhere. And that somewhere is going to contain the link called Paposo 22207 and a unique key number that I'm going to assign based on a table that I have, OneNote that I have, which is the next unique number. And the key is, so if somebody buys a piece of product from me that has 22207 and they want to look at another piece, 21104, they're not going to get it because the next number is a unique number that I don't divulge anywhere in the system. So that unique key for this file will be this one. Again, it's a random number, no particular thing. It's assigned to each one of the pieces. And this is the email that will go down as the delivery to the customer that buys this piece of art, digital art. I am now going to create this short link inside the website, paposoart.com, this unique ID. And this will take me a couple of seconds. And again, it's just a creation of the short link. And I'm going to, before I test it, I'm going to go ahead and upload the piece onto the delivery directory in Dropbox. It's a Dropbox that is dedicated for holding all the delivery files, all the zip files that I have. Right now I have, 10 zip files? And each one of these, I generate a unique ID for these, but I want to control that unique ID using the short link with the unique record, because Dropbox doesn't provide me statistics on who has clicked on that link. So that forced me to create it on my website as a short link, which is a good practice, I think. I am now going to make sure that it's working. I'm going to go into my browser, copy that, open the browser in incognito, also just like any other customer will do. New incognito, and I'm going to paste that link. And that is the delivery file that their customer is going to see. I tried doing this with OneDrive, but the OneDrive, when I click on the link, it starts automatically to download instead of showing the different pieces. So this was a better approach, Dropbox. I saw many people using Dropbox and I didn't know why, but now I understand why, because you can actually view the files that are included instead of just downloading. Automatically started to download. So cool, very cool. Okay, so that is created. The delivery link, the description is created, the delivery file is uploaded, everything is ready to go. The next step is to create the Etsy listing. We can start working on some of the tags and things like that as well. Just checking to see, making sure that the 24:8x8 is not included. File save. Cool. Okay, we're ready. Oh, actually, we are not ready to create the next step, and it is the most painful to me, is create the mockups. The mockups are created not in an easy way. I haven't figured out yet a way to optimize this process, but basically I have a mockups directory and mockups used directory, and I'm going to take the different pieces and lay them inside the different mockup folders, files that I have. And that alone is not easy. I just need to pick a number of them and reuse them accordingly. But I haven't quite created the library. I tried using Canvas for a while, but the problem is they don't give you in ratios or the different settings. That it's not an easy way to look at that. So I have to really truly develop a library of these things. And if you see the store today, you will find a mix mash of things. So what I am doing now is I am going to copy the square into the layer of the art, keeping the canvas size the same, and sizing it accordingly to the whole of the template. That will be my first template. It should be that easy. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the pieces that I need yet. I haven't established my library of mockups yet. And they're changing. The look of the store will depend on the mockups that I use. I'm starting to like this square one, but not all pieces fit the square ones, the square format. So once I create, I'm going to go ahead and file new, a 2000 by 2000, that's what Etsy requires. And I am going to copy, merge file into this, and I'm going to move it a little bit. And fill in the space. I need to fix that template to be 2000 by 2000, so I don't have to do this again. Okay. Now, I'm going to save this as 1x1 mockup01 in the folder of 2207 delivery package as a JPEG. I have to repeat this process 4 times. I've decided that 4 mockups is a good quantity. Should have more, but 4 is a good quantity for them. Okay, going on to the next mockup. I'm gonna pick, trying to figure out which one is next. And again, the mockups do depend highly on the colors, the backgrounds, and all kinds of things. That's what is difficult for me to decide which ones to use. Which one should I use next? I have a mockups used directory. Let's see. That may be a good option. That is horizontal. Let's see if we can use it. Open with. And let's flow a 2x3. Into one of the layers. let's pick the right layer. Okay, now that we picked the right layer, let's make that smaller. And hopefully this will fit here. Doesn't have to be precise, just to give an idea of what it looks like. And we're going to remove the background, the frame itself. Good. Okay, we have another mockup. Looks good. Let's save it. Save as. Save the PDN first, source, and then we're going to copy the merge fold, copy the merge. Okay, and we're going to save it as mockup 01 2x3. Okay, we have mockup second mockup. Let's next look for the next mockup. What can we do for the third mockup? Is there anything that we have done already? Most of the ones I've done are horizontals, not verticals. So that's a problem. That's a problem. This might be able to, we might be able to fix this one. Let's go and check it out. Good. We might be able to put the A4 here. The ISO. Or perhaps the 4x5. I don't know. Let's try the ISO. Ooh, that really looks nice. Nice. Now, should it be on the table or should it be hanging on the wall? What do you think? On the table? Okay, let's make sure that it says ISO so we don't, on the letters. On the layer for the letters. All these things that relate to mockups are tiresome for me because it's really all about design. And I am not a good design person. So I may need to get somebody to help me on that. I am going to add text that it says sample Good. And I'm going to get rid of the other. Checking to see the size of the A4. Yep, A4. Confirming that. A1 is the size. Okay, so save this. The layer file will be saved as a different name for use in the future. And next we're going to take, is this 2000 by 2000 already? Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the merge. And we're going to save it as mockup of 1 ISO. Good. Okay. We have 3 comps. Let's use, since we haven't found any others easily, let's try and see if we have potentially the ability to use Canva for a horizontal one. I mean a vertical one, or what is called a landscape one. Let me get Canva online. Okay, let's search for one, and I found one. Let's upload the file. Let's look at, hopefully the 4x5 will work. Oh, it's too big. Okay, let's do something else. Let's upload a smaller file. Hopefully it'll work. Oh, not quite. See, it doesn't say what size it needs to be. But since it is a mock-up, it doesn't matter. We'll figure out. It's just a representation of the potential. Okay, we downloaded. And again, it's going to be saved. We are going to move it to the used and to the mockup digital package folder. Digital. Okay, we have now 4 mockups. And we're going to convert it to JPEG. We don't want any PNGs in this directory, it's only JPEGs. Okay, so we have our 4. Okay, I think we're ready with 4 mockups to go into creating the listing for. And to do that, we just copy an existing listing instead of creating a new one. We delete all the pictures of the previous listing, and this is a copy of one. So we add the photos, which are all the mockup photos. We make sure that we select the primary. Perfect. Okay, we changed the name of to the title we gave it earlier, Canyonlands in yellow. This can change at any time, so we can add it. Then we've been choosing digital prints, which includes wall art, so that is good. You notice that it includes wall art and hangings and home decor and everything else, so that's good. The next step is we go ahead. I used to add video to all of them, but I decided not to add videos to all of them right now. It's just too much time. Categories, orientation is, they call it landscape, and it's unframed. And I choose some of the categories, probably homestyle western. It's probably something that I should pick, since it is the main lines. I usually don't put anything on occasion. And then western and outdoor. I'm gonna get rid of this description, and I am going to add the description that I had in the file called description. I'm gonna add everything from the title down. Maybe modify a few things. Tags is always at the below that. Remove descriptions, get rid of some of the space on the top and the bottom. I need to think about now landscape pictures instead of portrait pictures. Interesting. Okay. Everything else remains the same. And on the tags, I probably need to change to Western, Outlands, Canyon Outlands. And on the delivery file, this is the big one, I need to upload the delivery file. But before I do, I always check whether or not that link works. Making sure, because that's what the customers will receive. Double check. I know I checked it earlier. Good. So it works. Delivery zip file. This is what all customers will see. Any customer that with that link will see. Paste. And it's making sure that it's the right name and the right price. I usually price them at all the ones that are large, $8 a piece. I save it as a draft before I publish it. Okay, these are my drafts. I'm gonna go and edit it and preview it. Making sure that it looks okay. All the details are correct, just double confirming the information. Should be all correct. different mockups. Good. Very good. Continue editing and then publish. It'll charge me 20 cents. And the Etsy listing is complete. 1 hour to complete. The next step is to go ahead and tweet this. I usually do this immediately after so I don't forget, but ultimately this needs to be tied to an entire social media campaign about these things. And you can see that it's not in here yet, but I'm going to copy a previous one that I did. Canyonlands. And that's it. Tweet. Hesitation there. Have I forgotten something? Just thinking. Tweet. There it goes. Okay. Refresh. There you are. I need to figure out the format. And that's it. That's the publish. So whenever people click on that, they will go to the store and the item itself. Now let's go to the store. We have definitely several Poposo art items. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I need to fix it up a few things, but that's another story. Cool. One last item. I go ahead and change it from ready to published so I know what I have published or not. And that is it. That's the process.